Hey everybody.
Happy 2024. Yes.
I feel like this 2020. 2024. Right?
Hey, okay. 2024.
Hey,
And that was like a pleasure.
That's Rhythm Nation, right? That's Rhythm Nation.
Well, honey.
5, 4, 3, whatever. Before I do the middle finger, girl. So thank you, everybody. We hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful coming into the new year.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. What did I do? Oh, yeah, it was chill. I was over his house, and we celebrated, and it was just really chill. What did you do for New Year's Eve?
Girl, mine was really chill as well, honey. I was not trying to go out. It was a little frigid here, and I was just like, honey, anytime when it's after 9 o'clock, I really want to be in my bed.
True.
I hate to sound kind of boring.
Did you sleep through the?
No.
Okay.
We sat there and we toasted in the New Year,
Yeah,
so
we did,
it was cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we hope you all had a great time. So welcome to Clink with
Cam
and Kay.
2024.
We on some new-ish, y'all. We are going to be giving you some great content. We're going to just add to everything. So thank you for tuning in to Clink the Recap.
Yes.
So as all the Queen's men, because it's back, y'all.
Yes.
So we're putting a little halt on the Johnsons. The brothers have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I want to get back to them.
Honey, we waited long enough for all the Queen's men because of the writers' strike and all that type of stuff.
And then that's
we had to
be
patient. The after strike. So they finally got it together, so we can finally get it together for you.
Yeah.
So here we go.
We are if you're here for the first time, we are just a podcast. We're two sister friends. We are filmmakers. We are content creators. We are podcasters. We are all the things.
Black women
who
are, we coming through for you. We doing it. We living this life like it's golden. And 2024 is our year, just like every other day and every year is our year because we got Wonder Twin Powers activated.
Hey.
Boom.
So again, this is Clink the Recap Show. So every Tuesday we do a recap of different shows, and we're going to have a new feature. Some of y'all know if you watch our sip and chat, that we have a way that you all can leave us a message. Speakpipe.com/Cam McKay. It will be in the description box. So if you guys want to leave your audio comments about the shows that we are reviewing, that we are recapping, just go ahead. We want to hear your input.
Yep. And we are so excited about that because it's cool for you guys to send us emails, but it's even cooler to be able to hear your voices so we can connect with you on another level.
Exactly.
So with that being said,
girl.
So we finally got to these episodes. So right now we're going to recap episodes 10 through
11 because they dropped those. And before we dive,
9 through 11, yes, because they had dropped the ball before because of the strike.
Exactly. And before we really get into that, don't forget to go ahead and
share,
comment, and subscribe. But really like, because when you guys like our YouTube videos, it puts us in the algorithm of other content creators. Will show up in their feed, people who are doing the same thing that we're doing. So go ahead. That's a free thing. That's a free way to support your girls.
We're a community here in this. And so when you share it with your friends, then y'all can talk about it. And hook your girls up and let us get in the algorithm with our fellow creators. Okay.
Oh, girl. So y'all know on episode 8, we left off with, because it picks up at episode 9. Champ in trouble. Rashad is in the other room beating old boy to death.
So coming into this episode 9, it's called an eye for an eye.
Okay.
A tooth for a tooth. Yeah, but he was beaten. He was, honey.
He was in the zone. He was in the zone.
He snapped.
Like, this is for putting my he can't say what Cat Williams said. His booty hole is
Not in
a virgin. So sorry, Rayshawn.
Sorry, Rayshawn. But Rayshawn, you manned up and you beat his ass. And I was like, oh my God, I was glad to see that you had her. You know. So
Champ and Trouble tell Candy, Tandy, I'm sorry, that, and I don't know why she did this, that Madam sent her, because Tandy kept asking, did Madam send you? At first they're like, no, and then they was like, yeah.
Well, of course, Trouble's gonna blame it on Madam because she was scared and she's full of daggone trouble. And so Trouble just wanted to do that because she knew that Tangy don't want no smoke with Madam. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants any smoke with Madam, so she used that as her scapegoat, which was not very smart.
It was not smart at all, not on her part.
So of course Tangy's like, Madam is gonna live to regret it. Because she's always pissed because Madam always gets the upper hand on her.
But I'm like, Tandy, girl, when does she ever live to regret it? You done plot and plan, with the concierge wife and the judge, and two of them is dead. So.
And then also, Tandy, when has Madam ever been petty? But she trying to steal some money. She got money. She don't need your money. She don't need your little coins or your little jewels that was in that little safe that they took.
You have anything else to say about that scene?
I don't know, honey. I just was like, oh my God, I just couldn't believe the Trouble did that. And I was like, ooh, Trouble gonna get in trouble. Mm-hmm. But then, girl, what do you think about that next scene with that gunfight with Blue and Tommy when they're going to rescue Madam?
Tell me what you thought, because I forgot. Because I have something else on my notes.
Madam comes in and she sees that body and she thinks that that's her father.
Oh, yeah.
And she loses it. Yes. All the little emotions that she
because he was in the guillotine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we saw her break down.
She was something fierce.
We saw her break down. So what I have here is Madam is crying to Blue, saying her dad is dead.
And she tells Tommy to take care of her daddy. She said, you take care of him, because she couldn't do it, which is understandable.
Right. And then Blue was like, well, it was just a matter of time because he had Alzheimer's. So we know that Madam let the cat out the bag. She was like, no, he didn't.
She was like, my daddy did not have Alzheimer's. He was perfectly fine. And then Blue was like, she was like, your daddy is gangster. Right. That he did it like that. So when if she goes back to showing Rayshawn after he bludgeoned Tangy's husband damn near to death. Right. And then Detective Davis comes to Tangy's home, to the crime scene. And the detective tells her, your husband may die. You need to go to the she's like, I gotta go. And she tells her, like, your husband may die or whatever. And she never leaves to go to the hospital. She don't care. She don't know that man.
Like the DA told her, she was like, you don't care, like you don't give a damn about him.
Yeah, because while the detective, she was trying to what's that child name? The detective, what's her name?
Davis.
Detective Davis was, trying to question her, and then here comes the DA, Captain Save-A-Ho. She shows up and she's like, you gotta leave. And so Detective Davis is looking all puzzled, like, I'm here because it's an investigation. A crime just happened. I'm trying to figure out. She tells her to get your man and you leave. I'll take care of it. And I was like, okay, DA.
Yeah. So but back to Rayshawn, he's in a state of shock.
Yeah.
And so they come back to, they're at the at Champ's apartment. Rayshawn is sitting there, like, again, he was in a state of shock with this bloody shirt and everything. So he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, they say,
and these fools.
Yeah. they
ain't right. They are not friends for real, because
so they go through the bag and they look at all the money and they like, we just giving this fool $100,000. It is close to a whole lot of money, including jewelry. And they just like, we just gonna give him $100,000.
Messed up.
And Trouble knows she wrong. It was his lick in the first place. He done almost killed a man, but you gonna take all the money too? Everybody just always Rayshawn over.
I know, poor thing. But yeah, so that was just so wrong how they were going to just do that to him, because it's because of him that they got that money.
And he asked him to come in and rob nobody, but if they wouldn't have come in, he would have got himself in a whole world of trouble, because when he got to their house, they act like they were trying to be his friend and gonna give him that money. But then they had two big, strong, cocky, ride hard brothers about to take advantage of Ray Shine again. I thought that was horrible. I know. I was like, damn, they're inhumane.
That's something else. So we get to Fuego. He's sleeping, but then he gets this scene. I'm like, come on, y'all. A little research, just a little research goes a long way. Fuego gets an alert saying that he was hacked, and the person that hacked him let him know that Madam set him up, killed Sandra's his ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But the part I was like, are you trying to insult us, like your intelligence, your audience? Because he kept on saying like, who is this? It was like the people that you like you hacked us first, so you should know who it is.
Exactly.
You should know who it is already.
It was just
he kept saying who is
back it? And forth. I was like, okay, you've already established that. So I think this might have been a case of the one take wonder scene. Like they didn't record it more than one time because they just kept going back and forth. And usually when a person is an actor and he keep repeating himself, it's because they either forgot the line or something. And I'm just like, dang, okay. And then of course they show some footage and they use Madam's voice talking about Madam is setting him up and all this, that, and the other, and that they're watching him.
I mean, we know it's the concierge because he was. We know it's him.
We know his. Okay, so anyway, Trouble and the Champ are in the apartment. Mm-hmm. They wake up and Rayshawn is gone. Mm-hmm. And the rookie is questioning Detective Davis on why she let that guy go. And so the DA is a truck.
She a truck.
Because this part I did not see coming. Because the DA shows Detective Davis some information that she found on her computer.
Yeah, she said she received this information
anonymously. And then who pops up, girl?
Girl, Casanova. So, what I have?
So Tommy's bullets didn't work. We knew that, but.
So the DA brings in Detective Davis into the one of the interrogation rooms, and she knows that she has footage of her working with Madam, trying to cover up things. And Casanova says that he was trailing Davis as well.
So he was playing her the whole time, mm-hmm. And she acting dumb, but
like,
it didn't work.
I don't know, a girl. And then when they showed the
girl,
footage
of her, she's like, you getting banged, and she was like. Well, don't say it wasn't you. She was looking like, oh, it was me, but
it's not what you think.
It's not what you getting banged. It ain't nothing else. Not the way y'all was coming into the. But what tripped me out was when Casanova pops up, mm-hmm. And she looking at him like, and I know she pissed because she could have let him get killed for real, and she, did kind of intervene, but I didn't see that.
But she knew Casanova was alive. Because he was the bum right outside her door.
No, I'm saying, but she didn't.
Because when he came in, she act shocked. I'm like, bitch, you. A couple episodes ago, he was in your car, said he got a man in the inside and everything. So why was she? I didn't get that.
But anyway, the DA threatens Davis, and she tells her to get out her office because she knows what's up, and she better hope that she don't ruin her career or whatever she said. Yeah. And then. As Casanova funny, I have my homeless outfit in the back, so I'm just gonna throw it on and then I'm gonna leave. And of course, when his dumb ass was leaving, Trouble sees Casanova dressed up like a bum.
Right, because they went to the station because they thought that Rayshawn left to go talk to the police. So they was like Cam said, Trouble was like, hey, isn't that Nick Casanova? So both Trouble and Champ sees Casanova.
She was confirming because Trouble gonna cover her behind. She's like, that's him, ain't it? And damn. And then he confirms it. Yeah. And that's crazy.
So Madam goes to the nursing home. Girl, what did you think about the receptionist? I was like,
she was telling all the damn business.
No, I'm talking about the acting. I'm like.
She was telling all damn business. It was I don't know who they got if they casted for that, but
somebody grandma did a favor.
So it says Madam wants her dad's funeral done quickly, and Tommy, of course, he want to kill the concierge.
But but Madam was asking questions about Nurse Johnson. because she was the last one that was seen with her father, and she called in and taken vacation time, and Madam asked, like, is that normal for her to do? She was like, no. And guess who walks in?
Honey,
with her cute ass ponytail. I was like, you wearing that ponytail?
Carla was cute.
Yeah, I'm like, you wearing that ponytail, girl.
Carla was on there. She come in there on the warpath, and she like, you let this happen to our daddy. I told you something was gonna happen to daddy. You just will not let me take care of him. Shut up with your screwing your daddy in front of him, and he knew all the time with your raggedy behind. Yeah. She should have took him from her. Right. She get on my nerves. So anyway, Madam got the information she needed, and then the nurse just told all the damn business.
All the business, gave her the address and everything.
You can send her flowers. Her address is 2234.
Who does you that? They better not do that at my job. Okay.
She go around the corner from the Chick-fil-A. She got the blue mailboxes, the red one and the blue one.
She just not twice because the doorbell is out. So I'm like, what?
She told all the business. I said, well, damn. So she gets that, and Carla wasn't backing down though. She was pissed. She was really pissed.
She wasn't.
So Carla,
girl, she didn't call her. What was her nickname back in the day? Something Gap.
I forgot.
Little Gap, LG, Big Gap, something.
She was.
She could do the gawk real good because she had the gap.
The gag reflex. Something to that effect. So Carla
didn't like that.
Into it, and she starts to shoot her, and then they like, you cannot do that in here, and they
like, ma'am.
So they get into it, and she pulls her real close, and she stabs her in her damn chest. I mean, she like the Godfather type of stab, like the hug, like the kiss of death. That was out cold, right?
That was out cold, and then this was funny to me. So So when Madam did, stab Carla got on the floor, like call the police. And it was this security guard that come in, and so Blue punched him.
Because he tried to check them.
And Tommy was appalled. He was like, Blue. He was like, why you punch that old nigga? She was like, old niggas can get this shit too.
Right. Because he was about to call the police, and he was trying to
like, why you punch that old nigga?
Oh, Lord. And then it fades to black. And then look, I sound like what show was that? And look, and then it fades to black. And then we go to episode 10. Let's go, girl. Z formation. It goes to episode 10. Nowhere to hide. So Tommy is like being real irritated as usual. With Madam. He asked her one more damn time over and over, do you want a damn cookie? My daddy died.
She was like, nigga, I'll be out for 2 days. Mess with one of your cookies.
Right, so we know that they got a little something in them. So then he offered her a cookie. So an unknown number keeps calling Madam over and over and over, and she's getting irritated because, of course, she's thinking it's the concierge or somebody related to them. And then when she finally answers the phone, it's Detective Davis.
It's David. She's like, girl, look, I need your help. They got some stuff on you. I need your help. I need some money. Because I'm not gonna make it out of this, and I need some money. So she's not trying to hear that, Madam. She was like, she wanted her to meet her at somewhere, and she was like, basically, she's like, be bye. Basically,
because she just lost her father. She got a lot going on, and she like, I can't do that right now. And I was like, whew, I can't stand Face though.
I hate him. I don't hate the act. I hate his character. He's a bitch.
You said
his character. I'm like,
girl. He always hating. He hating because Big D was sharing the main stage with them, and
that's when they were doing the routine. They're like, they're gonna get low, like this.
I love his accent. I wonder is that his real accent or is he faking it?
From California.
Well, I like it.
So I like when Midnight and Doc, they approach Amp.
Yeah.
And they basically just like coming to him like bro to bro, like you need to chill. We're here if you need us. He's first dismissive of them, and then he reconsiders. Then he
comes back around because he thinks about it. Because they don't have nobody else. They all in whatever they in together.
Because Amp was like, nigga, like if she would have gave you the order, you would have slit my throat.
He's like, yeah.
He's like, you would have done the same too. He's like, no, I don't roll like that.
So. Yeah. So Amp gives up drugs, and we were happy he gave him the bottle and everything. Like, and I like the way that they did it because it wasn't all Hallmark moment dish. It was the way a guy would have been like, here, okay, I hear y'all. So Trouble and old boy Champ come to the club looking for Madam.
Right.
And Dime does her announcement that she needs a doctor. You know how she always trying to sound on say, I need a doctor. So they do their routine. Their routine was cute.
It was cute.
And they had the women laying on the table.
On the stretcher, the gurney.
They were very happy. So the dancers did like a doctor routine.
Yeah.
So Blue tells her that Carla's in the hospital, but she's going to make it. And Madam looks
like so.
Because the only reason she stayed off of her behind and didn't do nothing to us because she promised her father.
So Tandy meets Tandy meets is in the VIP. So in time and she requested what's his name, Champ and Trouble. And they still doubling down, like, yes, Madam sent me.
And they trying to go off. Trouble is so fake. She was trying to act like she was so hard.
Her. But yeah. Nobody, like, if I was to cast anybody in, like, one of my movies,
it would be her.
It would be her because, like, acting-wise, she just, and little things that she does, and I'm going to get to it when we get to that part. I was like, this is a fool.
But one thing I can say, Trouble was scared. She's like, man. She's like, why did I ever say that? Because when Tandy came in the door, she originally, too, was trying to talk to Madam. And Madam, like, get out of my face. You know how Madam is because she can't stand her.
That was after the meeting that she had with Champ and Trouble. So she did meet with her. She said she wanted to talk with her. So Madam told her to go to the office.
Yeah. So when Tandy has them up in the VIP, she asked them, where's her money? And she asked them, did Madam send them again? And Trouble says yes. Because she feeling herself.
We just went over that part.
It's okay. We are recapping the recap.
So
Tandy has that exchange with Babyface.
Yes, because she was his regular, and he was like, she was asking about Rayshawn. He was like, you don't want your old nasty ass. He was,
and he did take up for him. He was like, after what you did for him,
a little bit, kind of. He like, if I would have known, I would have gave him his cut. I'm like, I can't.
Somebody getting their booty busted up and ain't no
money in the mouth.
Right after you get abused.
Right.
I think they trying to make Face have a little bit of conscience because everybody keep getting on his head because he is being like a total
jerk,
booty hoe.
So she basically tells Face like she don't want to be with him anymore.
And he's like, it ain't nobody gonna mess with your old
nasty. So Madam, this is when like Madam runs into Tandy and she wants to talk to Madam, so they take her to the office and
she tells them that your junior dance is robbed me. And so Madam, of course, is like, what? And then she also tells her that
and this is the part I was talking about because it flashed back when they were all before they went to the office and because Trouble and Champ, they on the stage, and so they looking concerned. Trouble, she should look concerned. She's like,
right? She was like,
she is stupid.
Right. The ass was everywhere. She like, hold on, like we gonna get jacked up because she already know they in trouble. She already know. So Tandy tells her Madam that she got robbed. So Madam like, well, shit. I think that's just about calling it even because of what you did to Rayshawn.
So Tandy was asking Madam. She's like, they said it you. She's like, why would I want to rob you?
Right. But she tells her, she's like, so Tandy, she tried to boss up though. She like, bring me my money.
She was like, bitch, what are you talking to? You better lower your tone.
No, you tell her to bring me my money or she gonna have to put out a life insurance on her mama. Who you talking to? You know that you sitting here with Madam. Madam don't care. She'll bust you in your face.
So she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But so they discover that Trouble lied and
Madam is not happy, but she don't show it to
she does not show it at all. Yeah. And she was saying that she said, well, we call it even. consider what you did to Ray Sean.
Exactly.
So Tanya was like, so if I retaliate, would you interfere? She was like, yes.
Yeah. I love the way she did
even. So if you do something over that, yes,
right, I am. Because you were out of order. They were out of order, but But what pissed me off is when they gave Big D to Tandy in the VIP.
Girl, he up there looking like a blazing leprechaun in that in that green outfit. I was like, oh my God.
But they do always have his print on point, sorry. So Fuego, of course, is trying to come to Blue and let her know what's going on about him being hacked and everything. And of course, Blue is like, no, she's not going to talk to anybody. You know how that goes, but she's so protective. And she's just like Blue. She tells him to make sure that her
she like you make sure our shit
and basically.
Make sure we good.
I don't care about none of that. But Tandy got her. She must be a nympho because she look at Big D and she like, I want to get effed. Yeah. And then he just took my thing. It was some nasty little heifers, and y'all just put your mouth and thing and everything. I said, I know it ain't real,
but they do that
in real life.
You know what they be getting down? They be getting down. No kind of dental dam or nothing. Just going in raw tongue.
That's why they damn tongue gonna fall off. And they just getting herpes of the tooth. So
a big wart on their tooth.
Right. So they tell Amp that Madam wants to see him in her office, and when he goes in there.
I'm like, okay.
What?
So she goes in there, tell him that, basically your grandfather died, right? So I'm like, okay. So that's his granddaddy, because it wasn't really mentioned that was his granddaddy until that moment.
Right.
So I'm like, so they got another sibling out there?
Right, because who was Am's mama? So she
or dad.
Right. How y'all related? Because I was wondering, because for a long time I kept thinking maybe Carla was his mama.
No.
But then I'm like, no, because it's just weird. We gonna find
out. I thought he was probably related, not like on another family member, not like her dad was his relative.
Not unless she was one of his bottom bitches, baby. Girl. Maybe that's gonna come out later.
So Amp trying to reminisce, and she like, he loved him. Sorry,
I learned that terminology when he said it later on, but yeah.
Okay.
But she was very, you tell him about he trying to talk about his granddaddy, you like shutting him down. I'm like,
he need to agree.
Everybody need to agree. Stop it.
It's not just your daddy.
So Big D screws Tandy.
Yeah.
And
before Tommy goes up there, Champ and Trouble tells Tommy that they need to speak to Madam. They were like, they saw Casanova. And so Tommy's like, shut up, quit lying.
And of course he don't want her to know that because
it would have been on his head.
It's on him.
So Trouble gets Champ, and Champ confirms that he really believes, like, okay, if this nigga's off too,
and
then
Tommy is freaking sick. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, he said, don't you tell nobody.
Mm-hmm. He like, want to get caught Trouble, up. Like, let Madam know that I said it. So that's when he goes up to VIP, and he tells Big D like that's enough. He was like,
she don't get no more D. Big D, let's go. So I love the fact that Amp was still trying to talk to Dime, because we found out also during all of this that Dime's tires were messed up, and Amp was the one that went and put air and stuff in her tires.
She asked Big D, like, did you put? He's like, I didn't.
He was like, I didn't do that.
So he's trying to come back around, but now she tripping. I'm like, you know what?
Y'all need to get this guy.
Because he what you tripping for?
Right,
because you almost had him killed. No matter if he had, screwing girls in front of you, whatever, you almost had him killed.
Yeah, but she did well.
I think almost had him killed.
But I think he's starting.
And you didn't talk. No, I'm just saying. I'm like, why is she tripping?
Well, she can't trip because you cause and effect. But the bros are everybody's really fighting for them to get back together, because they really know that that they love each other.
Around the office is hell because of the both of them.
Right. So Amp talks to Dime, she brushes him off, and then Madam goes to the nurse's house to kill her.
Yeah, she go in guns blazing,
shooting everything. She in there trying to cook some food,
some pork chops,
She's just trying to eat a little something, and she just comes in blazing, and that girl starts running. She running through the house, gunshots going everywhere, and then they come into the room.
See Daddy
sitting in the chair,
alive, and then we go to
totally alive.
And then we go to the next episode, 11, and it comes back with we wing it at this point.
Yes,
it comes back with Daddy is alive, and of course, Matt trying to figure out like what happened.
So he told her that the nurse, of course, Mr. So-and-so has Alzheimer's for real. And so they switched him with him because they didn't know, they never knew what Madam's father looked like. So they switched him out. They killed him, got him, killed him, and he didn't know what his name was any damn way. Because everybody thought he had Alzheimer's. Right. So whatever the man said,
Daddy was like, that he had Alzheimer's anyway, for real. So
he was on his way out.
He was on his way out, and he's like, it did him some good. So he basically like, we did a good thing.
Yes. And so the nurse is sitting there. He just be
calling her bitches. My nasty bitch, bottom bitch.
Bottom nasty hoe.
Like, really, y'all?
You might get something out of your food. You talking all crazy.
Right. And then he asked who was Blue and Tommy. They introduced themselves, and Tommy get like stage fright for whatever reason. Like, yeah, like you seen it goes. He was like, yeah.
So I guess they must have did a real good matchup between him and the other guy. But that was a smart thing to do. But I kind of suspected it, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I just don't see them just killing her daddy like that. So we get to the point, they have their come to Jesus moment where he tells her that he is going to leave the country, him and his bottom nurse.
Yeah, they're going to Costa Rica or something like that.
I think so.
And they have a whole suitcase of money.
And they ready to go. And he said she won't be able to contact him.
And then when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, now how's she gonna explain Carla?" Because I if that was me, I'd be like, yeah, Daddy. So I had stabbed Carla.
She in the hospital. She ain't dead though. She didn't die.
Right. But he was like, but he knew that already.
Her daddy be knowing everything. He was
like, I told you to leave her alone. He's like, yeah, but he's like, you told me not to kill her. But Daddy said something. I'm like, are they gonna take it there? I would. If it was my series, I would. He was like, both of you guys are alike. You need to work together.
Y'all have to work together.
So
that's going to be really interesting.
I wonder if they're going to do that.
And then she told him, Daddy, if I really wanted to kill her, I would have just moved over a couple of inches. She would have been out of here. And I was like, yeah, because usually if you stab somebody in the chest, it'll puncture their lung. And if you move over a couple of inches, it'll puncture their lung. So she knew the exact, I guess Madam went to school to be a doctor as well, because, she knew exactly.
Right, Exactly. So Daddy was like, make sure you take care of my baby girl, because if you don't, I'm gonna have somebody come back. I'm gonna need to find you and take care of you. So
he told that to Blue and better. With him and
So eventually Tommy does tell Madam that Casanova is alive. He's like, what? And Blue was, I never believed that bullet stuff.
Right. And she tell and Madam is pissed because she's like, you really believe that mess about some magical bullets? What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. Blue is he's talking about why you laughing? She's like, I don't believe you.
Right. So they finally do meet up with Davis in an abandoned house or something. She was like, this your shit?
She's like, I better not have no roaches. That was funny.
So Davis was telling Madam what they have on her. So she was telling her stuff already. She already knows, because she was saying that Casanova is alive. Mm-hmm. And that they have somebody on the inside. She just found that out. She's like, again, tell me something I don't know.
Right.
And then she did tell her something that she didn't know. What was that?
I don't
was
remember,
saying that
I know that she made the comment,
gosh.
Madam, that she didn't want the mayoral candidate Tandy's husband to be dead. She was like, "Do you not understand that I can run the whole city?" But Detective Davis kept asking her for some money, and she will not give her the money. She just looked at her like she left her thinking, like, you figure out your own stuff. I'm not giving you nothing. And I'm like, she is giving you information. And I was just like, Madam is out cold.
She out cold.
I was like, well, dang, that's not really fair because she did give you information. So she calls. Remember, Detective Davis, when she didn't get what she wanted, she called
Doc.
Yeah, and he was like, what you calling me for?
Yeah, like this ain't free. I'm not effing you for fun. But Champ and Trouble, they're about to go on and get dressed because Dime tells them to get on stage. And so Champ gets an alert that somebody broke into his house. They're like, oh my God, the money, but they can't leave, right?
Because they can't leave.
They can't leave.
But they do.
All right.
He was like, we got to make some
right. They do.
We got to go.
So when they get to his apartment, it is ransacked. So they call Ray Shaw. Ray Shaw like, nigga, I'm out. I'm going back to Alabama.
I'm on my way home.
I had enough of this life.
They're like, what about your money?
They was like, keep it.
Have the money.
So because they were like, nah, that don't make sense. He got the money. So they go back to the club, and
they gotta have their moment of reckoning with Madam.
Yes, because Madam calls everybody. Well, Dime, but as they were tipping out, Dime was like, Madam wants to, speak with everybody. So she does, and she was saying that her father has died, and
she wanted to invite them to the service so they could be there for support.
And then she tells Big D that she want to speak to him. So she was like, Tommy, take him to my office. So he was all geeked, like, okay. But before she goes, she addresses Trouble and Champ. Mm-hmm. So basically, she was saying that they know who stole the money because Madam confront, like, why you tell them I did it?
Yeah, she was like,
she was like, we know, Tammy not gonna F with you. So they were like, you're gonna
she gives
her the money back.
She gives her the whole bag, and Trouble is looking dumb, like, what? Mm-hmm. She was like, and don't you take anything out of it, not a thing. You give her back every single dime.
And I'm like, otherwise, so like Blue was like, Trouble, she mean it. We know how much is in there. Cause you know, Trouble probably would have tried to take a little something.
Too bad she didn't take nothing the first time and put something somewhere, but she didn't.
Yeah.
So they have to return the money to Tandy, and I think that's gonna be real interesting when if they show us.
Yeah. So the guys, Doc, Babyface, and Okay, before we get to that, I can tell because they started off at the beginning doing one of their dances. They was all in a circle like this. They do their little tongue action, and when this name Sky or something like that, Amp. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he did his. I'm like, ooh, I know his tongue game is trash. Because the way the way he moved his tongue, but the way Midnight moved, I was like, oh.
you wouldn't notice that, would you? She's like,
I was like, oh.
You got the flicker going on.
So
his wife probably was like, you better not do your damn tongue. You better go like this.
So
they be totally in
character. Right. So cause they are ex-dancers, like for real life. So fast forward to the three of them, Doc, Midnight, and Babyface. They are outside the club, and again, like you mentioned, Davis calls and she want to meet him, Doc, somewhere. But before he can go, the police shows up saying they got a warrant.
And they're trying to go in, and they need to search the place. So, Midnight and Doc, they ain't no joke. They like, exactly. you got where the paperwork.
You don't have no warrant.
What do you have? Show it to me.
Right.
And then it's that same rookie. Right. So he's trying to make a name for himself. It seems like he's trying to make a name. And he told him, no, you're not coming in.
Right.
And
so Tommy takes Big D to
the base.
The basement. He's like, this don't look like Madam's office. Like, it's much nicer. He's like, no, it's her office. So she comes in. He was like, I thought we going to your office. I said, oh, this is where I did my work.
Right. So she tells him, she's like, where's that gun at with those special bullets? Right. So he's like telling her, oh, I got it right here, like a fool. And so she gets it or whatever. And so she puts one in the chamber and she pops his behind in the knee. And then it wasn't a special bullet because he started he screamed. Right.
And the rookie he was like, that's gunshots. So they still didn't let him come out. So Madam comes out and she gets arrested. She don't seem phased at all.
She wasn't but they did not have a warrant to go in there. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do with Big D. Big D got popped. His special bullets didn't work that day.
That's gonna be the last of him, pretty much.
Ooh,
So that was it, y'all. Versus Lord.
It was really cool to see how they came back very strong after the writer's strike because this it really did pull us in. It was really interesting, except they used the line with Tommy and his cookies a little too much. So I guess they're trying to do advertising for him.
Girl, did you peep the scene? Because I watched it over again, like not too long ago. Mm-hmm. The scene where Tandy and Madam, Tandy jumped her line before because she said so good, and then but she kind of stopped, and then Madam said her line, and then she went back to the one that she said previously. I'm like, oh, they just gonna take that one, huh? I'm like, okay.
Like I said, we're not doing no retakes. This is the one take. If I got to do 2 retakes, I'm docking $5. $5 fine.
So thank you guys for joining us, and
happy 2024. Yep, we made it.
We made it. And again, we want to hear your thoughts on this episode. Just go to speakpipe.com. That's SPEAK. Pipe, PIPE.com/Kamikaze and leave us your thoughts. What was your favorite part? And we're going to play it on the show.
We would love to hear your voice. I think that is just so cool. Take us up. Yes, honey. So we will talk to you next time here on
Clink.
Thank you for joining us, and you have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. Sip, sip.